There are many places on the planet that make us feel in paradise. But there is a country in which the beauty of its corners and the warmth and hospitality of its people is so immense that makes foreign tourists are involved in charms and temptations difficult to resist. In this new video of Uncensored World, we will know in more detail Mauritius, one of the most remote and enigmatic, but at the same time fascinating countries on the planet. Mauritius, an African country where thousands of runaway slaves had to hide to survive and thus transform this beautiful island into one of the most desired paradises on Earth. A magical enclave chosen by Hindus, Africans, Chinese, and Europeans over the centuries, which has created one of the most diverse and beautiful cultural mixes on the planet. A country with unique curiosities such as containing a large number of single women, many of whom are attracted to Latin and Western tourists. A place with mysterious ghost islands, with hidden treasures protected by the most poisonous snakes on the planet. An island that contains one of the most spectacular natural phenomena on Earth, an underwater waterfall that seems to spring from within the sea. Discover with us what was once the favorite island of the mythical Dodo bird, a creature whose existence vanished in mystery within the thick forests of this earthly paradise. Pay attention and don't miss this video because we assure you that discovering Mauritius with us will surprise you. Let's get started. Mauritius, a small but fascinating island nation located in the Indian Ocean. For most people who know it, a true paradise on Earth. Located east of Madagascar and southeast of the African continent, this tropical island is known for its white sandy beaches, crystal clear waters, and vibrant marine life, making it an ideal destination for beach tourism and nature lovers. But beyond its stunning natural beauty, Mauritius hides a rich history, full of curiosities that make it unique in the world, as you will now see. With a population of over 1 million inhabitants, Mauritius is the most densely populated country in Africa, with a high concentration of people per square kilometer. Despite its small size, this country has an incredible cultural diversity, the result of centuries of migration and trade, a reality that has much to do with its population, feels special predilection and attraction for foreign tourists. Its high population density does not detract from the impressive nature that characterizes the island. Paradisiacal beaches, volcanic mountains, and lush vegetation. In addition, thanks to its tropical climate, Mauritius is an ideal destination almost all year round. The climate in Mauritius is warm and pleasant all year round, with temperatures ranging from 20 to 30 degrees Celsius. The best months to enjoy its natural splendor are from May to December, when the weather is drier and temperatures are moderate, ideal for relaxing on the beach or exploring its natural charms. But as we were saying, this island is perfect for a relaxing vacation at any time of the year. Mauritius also has a fascinating history. Although the island was uninhabited for centuries, it is believed that the Arabs were the first to spot it around the 10th century, christening it Dina Arobi. Legend has it that the Arabs, attracted by the island's natural beauty and resources, left artifacts and names on the island that still persist in oral tradition and local history. Although they did not settle on the island, their swift disappearance under mysterious circumstances and the legends associated with them contributed to the fascination and mystery surrounding the origin of Mauritius. However, it was not until the arrival of the Portuguese in the 16th century that the island began to appear on European maps. Later, the Dutch settled on the island and named it Mauritius, after Prince Maurice of Nassau, an important Dutch nobleman. Because of this sad history of colonization, the history of Mauritius is also marked by slavery. In the 18th century, the island came under French control, and it was then that thousands of African slaves were brought to work on the sugarcane plantations. Many of these slaves, facing harsh conditions, managed to escape and found refuge on Mount Le Morne, Brabant, a mythical mountain on the island that is still a symbol of freedom today. These escaped slaves, known as Browns, lived in hiding on the mountain for years, and after the abolition of slavery, many of them returned to the communities. This struggle and resilience is believed to be behind the great changes and transformations that have made the island what it is today. Morne Brabant is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a national symbol of resistance and freedom in Mauritius. After facing the dark past of slavery and the struggle of escaped slaves to find freedom on Mount Lemorne, Mauritius has transformed its painful history into an engine of growth and prosperity. The combination of its rich cultural heritage, its ability to attract international tourists, and its strong economic infrastructure has allowed the island not only to recover, but to flourish. Today, Mauritius stands out for its economic stability and advanced tourism sector, offering a unique and luxurious experience that places it at the forefront of development on the African continent. Much of the success of this transformation is also due to the fact that, over the centuries, Mauritius has been a melting pot of cultures. Today, the population is mainly of Indian origin, a result of the massive influx of Indian laborers during the British colonial era, following the abolition of slavery. This cultural diversity has greatly influenced the identity of the country, where religions such as Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, and Buddhism coexist, making Mauritius a place of great spiritual and cultural richness. In addition to its remarkable economic and tourist development, a large part of the population in Mauritius is of mulatto origin, the result of the historical mixture of Africans, Europeans, and Indians. This rich ethnic diversity has created a vibrant and welcoming society, where tourists are received with a special warmth. The attraction of Mauritanian women and men to foreign visitors and tourists is amplified by several factors. One of these reasons is that the island, being a remote and relatively small destination in the Indian Ocean, offers a unique escape experience from the hustle and bustle of the African continent. This remoteness adds an air of exclusivity and mystery, making tourists feel as if they are discovering a hidden corner of the world and making them feel very welcome, as Mauritians love to hear about the world from foreigners. Another of the main factors has to do with the history of this paradise, as for centuries Mauritius has been a meeting point for diverse races and cultures, something that has fostered an open and curious attitude towards the outside world. In addition to all this, the island has a large proportion of single women compared to men, due to the fact that Mauritius is one of the African countries where there are more women than men, with 52% of women, which would mean that there are more than 68,000 more women than men. Because of this, many of whom are eager to explore new opportunities and see other places. This dynamic contributes to a special relationship with tourists, who are seen as an opportunity to enrich personal experiences and expand horizons. The search for new experiences and the possibility of migrating also awakens an additional interest in establishing connections with visitors from different parts of the world. One of the most fascinating aspects of Mauritius is its connection to the dodo, a bird that has become an iconic symbol of the island. The dodo, an extinct species of flightless bird, was endemic to Mauritius and is known for its unique appearance and tragic history. This bird, which stood a few meters tall and weighed around 10 kilograms, lived on the island without natural predators, which allowed it to evolve without the need to fly. The dodo is remembered primarily for its clumsy appearance and inability to fly, traits that helped it earn the nickname "dumb bird." The dodo became a symbol of the island not only because of its natural history, but also because of the impact its extinction had on the perception of wildlife in Mauritius. Early Portuguese and Dutch explorers who arrived on the island in the 16th century encountered the dodo in this unique natural habitat. However, the dodo's fate seemed to be sealed, as the arrival of these Europeans and the animals they introduced, such as pigs and rats, proved disastrous for the dodo species. Unfortunately, these animals invaded the dodo's nests, which were on the ground, and in a matter of years, an animal species that had survived for millennia disappeared completely. The extinction of the dodo was consummated at the end of the 17th century, and today this bird has become a symbol of the fragility of life on Earth due to human intervention. The story of the dodo has led many to reflect on the importance of conservation and the impact of human activities on the environment, and Mauritius, the paradise where this bird once lived, proudly carries the legacy of this bird as part of its identity and beauty. Although the dodo is now extinct and no longer found on the lands of Mauritius, the natural beauty of the island continues to dazzle visitors with its unparalleled splendor. One of the most amazing phenomena that keeps Mauritius at the center of the world's attention is its underwater waterfall. a natural wonder that has put the island on the map of the most fascinating tourist destinations. The underwater waterfall, known as the Mauritius Underwater Waterfall, is located near the island of Rodrigues, east of Mauritius. Although it is not a waterfall in the literal sense, this visual phenomenon is created by an amazing optical effect on the seabed. The illusion is produced due to the combination of sand sedimentation and water current in the surrounding lagoon. The sand washed to the bottom creates an appearance of a flow of water that seems to rush down an invisible drop, simulating a waterfall in the sea. This optical effect is the result of the interaction between the underwater relief and the light refracting through the crystalline water. The variable depth of the lagoon and the presence of marine currents create a dynamic image that changes with the tides and sunlight. As the water drags the sand to the bottom, an illusion of a continuous flow down a slope is formed, creating an amazing and magical image from the surface and even more so from the air. If you are lucky enough to reach Mauritius by plane during the day, you will surely be able to appreciate this incredible natural phenomenon from above and be speechless. The underwater waterfall is not only an impressive phenomenon from the air, but it has also attracted photographers and tourists from all over the world who come to admire and capture this unique spectacle. But Mauritius's underwater waterfall is not the only wonder the island has to offer. In fact, Mauritius has earned the nickname African Hawaii due to its impressive repertoire of natural beauties that rival those of the famous U.S. destination. This nickname highlights the combination of its lush tropical landscapes and paradisiacal ambiance, which have attracted visitors from around the world in search of an idyllic corner of the Indian Ocean. Among the wonders that have contributed to this reputation are the Black River Swamps National Park, an oasis of biodiversity and scenic beauty. This park is home to the breathtaking Chamarel Falls, where water rushes down from high cliffs, creating a spectacular view surrounded by tropical vegetation. Another incredible place not to be missed on a visit to Mauritius is the Terre de Sept Couleurs, a unique geological formation where vibrantly colored sands blend into a multicolored landscape that looks like something out of a dream. These sites highlight the natural diversity of Mauritius and its ability to offer landscapes of astonishing beauty. In addition to these attractions, Mauritius offers other experiences that make those who have the opportunity to enjoy it feel like they are in paradise. Sunsets on the island are especially memorable, with the sun sinking into the horizon of the Indian Ocean, painting the sky in shades of gold and pink. The beaches of Mauritius, with their white sand and crystal-clear waters, are also famous for their beauty, with crystal-clear waters and colorful coral reefs that help us enter another dimension. All this has to do with Mauritius not only being known as the African Hawaii, but a dream destination full of natural surprises and dazzling beauty, which has placed this beautiful island among the most sought-after and desired tourist destinations on the planet. The hidden gem for diving and snorkeling enthusiasts is the Îlot Bénitier Marine Nature Reserve. This underwater sanctuary is unique in the world, offering a wild and protected environment that is home to an impressive variety of marine life. It is the ideal place to explore marine biodiversity in an environment of calm and conservation, being one of the most coveted destinations for diving and snorkeling enthusiasts in the world. But apart from its dazzling natural beauty, Mauritius is also a place full of mystery. One of the island's most intriguing enigmas is Snake Island, a ghost enclave known for its mysterious atmosphere. Despite efforts to settle it, the island has maintained its reputation as a ghost island, as no one has managed to settle there permanently. The main reason for this phenomenon is the presence of an extremely dangerous population of poisonous and lethal snakes. Among the species that inhabit this island are the coral snake, the rattlesnake, and the sea snake, three of the deadliest snakes in the world. These snakes have made the island a feared and avoided place, adding a layer of mystery to its already enigmatic existence. Enigmatic because Snake Island is also famous for its peculiar natural clock, an amazing geological phenomenon where uniquely arranged stones create the illusion of a clock in the landscape. This natural clock has become a point of interest on the island. But what really adds an aura of mystery to the island is the legend of the pirate treasure hidden on its shores. According to old maps and stories, It is believed that an infamous pirate named William Kidd, known as Captain Kidd, hid a huge treasure on this island in the late 17th century. Although several explorers have attempted to locate this treasure, its exact location remains an enigma, which has fueled numerous stories and legends about this pirate and his mysterious pirate treasure. As you can see, this combination of deadly snakes, strange natural clocks, and the enigmatic pirate treasure have made Snake Island one of the most mysterious and enigmatic places in this country. At this point, we take the opportunity to ask you, do you know Mauritius? Do you think it is a place of warm and welcoming people with a taste for tourists? If not, would you like to know this paradise? Would you dare to enter the mysterious island of snakes? Pause the video and leave us your comment. You know that doing so is the best way to help us keep working hard to help you get to know the world and its wonders every week. So, thank you. Mauritius is famous not only for its paradisiacal landscapes and mysterious places, but also for the extraordinary mix of cultures and ethnicities that contribute to its unique beauty. The island is home to a diverse population where the mix of Africans and Hindus, among other groups, has resulted in one of the most fascinating and aesthetically beautiful combinations in all of Africa. This cultural fusion is reflected not only in the physical beauty of its men and women, but also in the rich diversity of traditions and customs that characterize Mauritius. The presence of the Hindu community in Mauritius is so prominent and influential that it could be considered the main ethnicity on the island, accounting for more than 48% of the total population and surpassing even the African ethnicity in terms of cultural and religious visibility. The reason for this has to do with the colonizing past, since from the 19th century, after the abolition of slavery, the British colonizers brought indentured laborers from India to work in the sugarcane plantations. These Hindu immigrants brought with them their customs, religions, and traditions, which have integrated and flourished in the cultural fabric of the island. Today, Hindus make up almost half of the island's total population, influencing daily life and traditions. One of the most striking Hindu traditions in Mauritius is the festival of Holi, known as the Festival of Colors. This vibrant celebration takes place in March and marks the arrival of spring. During the festival, people gather to throw brightly colored powders, celebrate with music and dance, and enjoy a festive and joyful atmosphere. In addition, one of the most sacred sites for Hindus in Mauritius is the Grand Bassin, a sacred lake located in the mountains, also known as Ganga Talao. The temples surrounding this lake are famous for their impressive architecture and for being the center of numerous religious ceremonies. Pilgrims often visit the lake to offer offerings and participate in rituals, believing that the Grand Bassin shares a mystical connection with the Ganges. Another curiosity of Mauritius that has to do with Hindu culture and this colonizing past is that it was here that the first sugarcane coffee in the world was created. In the 19th century, British colonizers introduced this innovative method to the island, establishing the first coffee plantations from sugarcane. This production process preceded the creation of more commercial coffees known in other parts of the world, such as Colombian or Brazilian coffee, which became popular later on. With time, the tradition of coffee production from sugarcane was consolidated and preserved by the Hindu community. The Hindus maintained and perfected this technique, integrating it into their culture and contributing to its continuity over the years, which is why today this paradise is one of the few places in the world where you can taste the tasty sugarcane coffee. Mauritius is also famous for having unique traditions that reflect a deep connection with the natural environment. Among the most outstanding celebrations is the Festival of the Wind, a festival that pays homage to the constant winds that characterize the island. During this festival, residents gather to enjoy kite and sailboat competitions, celebrating the influence of the winds on daily life and local customs. The island has a strong connection with nature as it has been marked by its volcanic origin since its inception, with an ancient volcano being primarily responsible for its formation. Although volcanic activity has decreased considerably, geothermal activity can still be observed in areas such as the Land of Seven Colors National Park. This park is famous for its vibrantly colored hills, the result of volcanic activity that has shaped the landscape. The population's relationship with nature goes beyond festivities and geology. Many residents on the island believe that the local lakes and rivers are inhabited by nature spirits. Hindus in particular integrate these beliefs into their daily practices and rituals, using these bodies of water as places for offerings and prayers. Natural phenomena, such as rivers and lakes, are not only observed and respected, but are also considered to carry messages and signs about the future, offering spiritual guidance and omens to those who seek to understand their destiny through nature. Mauritius's dazzling beauty, vibrant traditions, and unique temptations not only make it a paradisiacal destination, but have also made it a place of great interest to lovers of philately. The island is world famous for its historic postage stamps, some of which are considered among the most expensive on the planet. This fascination with the stamps of Mauritius is due in part to its historical importance as the fifth country on Earth to issue postage stamps. Mauritian stamps gained notoriety and value due to their rarity and the rich history that surrounds them. Among the most coveted are the penny blue and penny red stamps, which are particularly valuable due to their printing errors and the limited quantity preserved in perfect condition. These stamps are prized by collectors not only for their monetary value, but also for their historical relevance and intrigue. For those interested in seeing these philatelic treasures in person, the Blue Penny Museum in Port Louis is the ideal place. This museum houses an impressive collection of Mauritius stamps, including the rarest and most valuable specimens. At this point, you may have thought about visiting this paradise in the near future. If so, from Uncensored World, we have thought of helping you. So subscribe to not miss our next videos in the button below. And let's go with it. To get to the island, most travelers opt for international flights that land at Sir Siwusagur Ramgoolam International Airport, near the capital, Port Louis. Major airlines usually have connections from major cities such as Paris, London, or Dubai. As for the cost of living in Mauritius, the island is known for offering an experience that can be adapted to different budgets. Although it is not an extremely cheap destination, as it is one of the top luxury destinations on the planet, there are also options to travel without spending a fortune. The quality of life is generally high, with good standard of services and a well-developed tourist infrastructure. Mid-range accommodations in Mauritius average between $70 and $100 per night, depending on location and amenities. For dining in Mauritius, prices can also vary. Dinner for two at a mid-range restaurant can cost around $50, while a coffee at a local coffee shop averages $2. As you can see, these costs make Mauritius accessible for different budget ranges, although it is advisable to plan ahead to take advantage of the best deals. For travelers with a tighter wallet, there are also options to enjoy Mauritius without spending a fortune. In addition to mid-range hotels, the island has a variety of hostels and more economical accommodations that allow backpacker-style travel with stays starting at approximately $20 to $40 per night. Also, traveling on your own can be an effective way to cut costs. By opting for public transportation or renting a motorcycle and choosing to eat at local markets or casual restaurants, you can enjoy Mauritius at much lower prices and even experience the island in a more authentic way. Due to its high quality of life, developed tourist infrastructure, and generally safe environment, Mauritius stands out as one of the safest places in Africa. The tranquility and stability offered by the island allow travelers to explore and enjoy its wonders with confidence. So if you are thinking of visiting this beautiful country, you don't have to worry too much about safety. Mauritius awaits you with open arms to offer you an unforgettable and worry-free experience. From Uncensored World, we hope this video has helped you to discover and enjoy Mauritius, one of the most fascinating and unknown jewels of the planet. If so, do not hesitate to leave us a nice like and a comment. It is the best way to help us keep working to bring you every week interesting content like this. Videos like this one that you can see below to enjoy one of the beauty and curiosities of one of the most fascinating places on the planet. Click on it. You will enjoy it.